y'all, my name is Amber and welcome to Messy in the Middle Monday. This is actually a very impromptu video. I was set up doing a video for an herbalist that I happen to write for, and I'm like, I think everybody else would like this information too. So I want to try to breeze through this as quick as I can because I got everything here. I might as well share it with you all. Today we are making your own pain medicine. Yeah, your own pain medicine. And it is with wild lettuce. We're going to be making a wild lettuce tincture. I'm not going to be doing the paste. I might do that in the future because I'm just not set up for it. We live off grid and you've got to cook it for 4 days and it's 90 degrees outside. All I have is my wood cook stove right there and I'm not heating that up for y'all today. I do have a solar oven where I can cook in the sun, but we're expecting floods today, so that's not going to happen either. So I'm going to show you how to do the tincture, which is just as good. It's just sometimes not as potent because it's how you make it. Hang on, I need some water. All right, first, shameless plug. My messy in the middle apron is here because life happens. And if you want this, go to my bio. I have a LinkedIn thingy, and there is a link to get your own messy in the middle apron, and I absolutely love it. So I figured I'd share that with y'all. First and foremost, y'all, this behemoth thing, I cut the top off of it for the previous video, was over 7 foot tall. This is wild lettuce here on our land. Wild lettuce is also called nature's, oh my goodness, look at that. I'm going to show this with you. It's called nature's opium. It's used as a pain reliever like you would ibuprofen or Tylenol or Aleve or anything else like that. It does relieve pain. And it's one thing that you can make all on your own. You don't have to. I'm getting a cough drop when I talk to y'all because I get cotton mouth. Hang on. You don't have to make it yourself all the time. You don't even have to take it all the time. But it's good to have this knowledge in case you can't get your paws on something over the counter. Over the counter meds, in my opinion, have a lot of icky side effects that I don't care to have in my body. So I do like to have things as close to nature as possible when I can. And when I can't, I allow myself grace. So the first thing I want to do is my own disclaimer. Make sure anytime you harvest anything for food or medicine, verify with 3 trusted sources that you have the right plant. Because that could mean the difference between easing your pain and death. So you do the math. I'm going to tell you what you need. Once you positively identify this, then you can harvest it. The best time to harvest wild lettuce for its medicinal properties is when it's getting ready to go, when it starts flowering. Not when it goes to seed, when it starts flowering. The flowers will remind you of dandelion, especially when it goes to seed. When you used to blow on the dandelion, make a wish, and all the little fuzzies go all over. That's what it does. But you don't want it to go to seed when it goes to flower. And the reason being is the compound that you want that helps with pain relief is lactocarium. I think I'm saying that right. And it's like a latex white substance that comes from the stalk to the top to help produce the flower. So when it starts to flower, all that lactocarium is going up the stalk to the top, and you want to capture that, right? So all the parts are harvestable. You can use the stems, the leaves, the flowers, but for today's, when you go to make your pain medicine, the best part of it is for the tincture that we're going to do today is just to cut off the top and use the top. Now, I cut off about 1 foot off the top. But when you cut it, y'all, be careful. Where did it go? Oh, here you go. So, let me see if you can see this. Do y'all see that white right there? That's the little milky substance already coming out. Dandelions are much like the same way. They got that little white when you break the stem. But yeah, then the leaf, it's already coming up. So this must be getting ready to go to flower because it's already oozing out. Now let's talk alcohol for a second. And a lot of tinctures, you just use vodka. It's cheap, it's available, it works, it's perfect. But when you're using like leafy, really watery, leafy herbs that have a lot of water in them, like the wild lettuce, you don't want vodka, because vodka, even though it's 80 proof, that means it's only 40% alcohol. The alcohol content is half of whatever the proof is, in case you didn't know that. Sometimes it's just a little gold nugget of information for you. It's half of whatever the proof is. So this vodka is 40% alcohol, 60% water. Well, when you take it and you mix it in a tincture with an herb that has a lot of water, this herb is going to water your tincture down because it's going to start pulling it out. So instead of having 40% alcohol content, you'll probably end up with like 25% alcohol content. And when that happens, it doesn't pull out the properties of your herb like it should because it's all watered down. So, unless you're in Tennessee and get your hands on some moonshine, which that's a big thing around here. Matter of fact, they show moonshiners, they shoot here in this county, Cott County. You want Everclear. This is 190 proof. It's 75% alcohol. So anything when you're dealing with leafy herbs like this with a lot of water, you want 50% alcohol or higher. So that's why Everclear is recommended. Now, for this tincture, it's a 2-to-1 measurement or 1-to-2 measurement. 1 part wild lettuce, 2 parts alcohol. So you're going to want, today I'm going to do a half a cup of wild lettuce and 1 cup alcohol. Now, all you're going to do is you want to chop it up as fine as you can. Hang on, I got a bug hitchhiker. Oh, first too, after you harvest it, you're going to want to let it just harvest it and let it set for 24 hours. That's called wilting. You know, if you ever had fresh greens and after a day they're like, after you pick them, they all wilt over. That helps reduce some of the water content in it. I wouldn't wait too much longer than that, but just 24 hours is good. Boop. Hang on, I don't know what that was. Little flying bug. And y'all might want to use an older cutting board because that lactocarium is going to start oozing out of it and make everything really sticky. So chop it up as fine as you can, because when you chop it up, that allows the alcohol to get into all the bits and nooks and crannies of the herb that it needs to reach in order to pull out those pain relieving compounds, which is the lactocarium in this incidence. I got way more than a half a cup. I'm just sitting here chopping my little heart out. So, I'm going to put it all in here, all my chopped up. You don't need to put it in a blender. I mean, you could, but it's 2 parts dry measuring cup for your herb, liquid measuring cup for your alcohol. Does that make sense? This is dry, this is wet. So, I got my half a cup. I just made this for the other video I did, y'all. That's why it's in here like that. But we're just going to put these two together because I wanted to use more of this anyhow. Woo! Stuff that joker down in there. And then 1 cup of your good stuff. Pretend this is a cup. I'm just going to fill this joker full. And I'm doing pretend 1 cup. Don't be doing this when you're making your own. Because did another one right before I talked to y'all, and I just wanted to do this video real quick, so I didn't have a chance to get me a new jar. Now, this is really important. A Sharpie's really important. Label and date it. Wild lettuce, the month, the date, what it's for. Put it on there. I call this my shaker. Put it somewhere you're going to walk by it, not forget it. 4 to 6 weeks. Just shake it each day. Just put it in your path that you walk every day. Put it where you brush your teeth. Put it where you do your morning coffee. I don't care. Just don't forget it. Shake it each day. At the end of 4 or 6 weeks, get you a fine mesh strainer or a coffee filter. Strain it out. It'll look brown and like this, like a weak coffee. Put it in your dropper. Label date and dosage. Here's your dosage for your wild lettuce tincture for pain. Start out with 1/4 teaspoon. It's bitter. It's nasty tasting, but you in pain, you don't care. Wait several hours. If it eased the pain, good deal. If it didn't ease the pain, increase the dosage by 1/4 a teaspoon. So the three types, so for mild, 1/4. Moderate, 1/2. Full on pain, 1 teaspoon. But do not start at 1 teaspoon. Start at your 1/4. If that cut the edge, but it didn't still quite do it, then go to your 1/2 teaspoon. If you're like, oh my gosh, Amber, this tastes horrible. I told you it's going to taste horrible, but it's going to work. You can put it in water. You can put it in juice. You can plug your nose into it. It don't matter. Just get it down your throat. Now, if you can't have alcohol, I understand. There's glycerol. You can make the glycerol. You can do a glycerin extraction, or you can do the paste, what I talked about before, because that's done with water. But I can't do that today because I don't have 4 days of sun. It's 90 degrees outside, and I cook with wood heat. So you're going to have to wait till a future video for that one. But y'all, if you have any questions, drop them. Thanks for joining me for Messy in the Middle and making your own pain tincture. Now I'm going to keep on going because I'm going to make more of this because I got a lot of pain. I got a lot of aches and pains. And I hope you have a good day. Bye, y'all.